Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Plan channel. I'm excited to be here today. I am running late though. I normally have these up earlier on Friday and right now it is Friday, October 8th at 5 o'clock in the evening. So my life got a little hectic and I'm late on getting this up, but I will get it up tonight or first thing tomorrow on Saturday the 9th. So, and that's when you'll be seeing this, but this is going to be my week 1 check-in. So welcome to the channel. If you're new, I am excited to have you here. I've had new subscribers and people I've been talking with in the comment section below, so I'm super excited about that. And thank you for joining this community. And if you are one of my subscribers, welcome back. I am happy to see you again. And let's check in with the weekly check-in. I do run mine from Thursday to Friday to Thursday is how I typically run mine. So that just helps fall along with the paydays that my husband has. And that's how it works best in our family. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm going to flip the page and I'm going to go to the calendar section for my weekly check-in. Now I track my budget. I have a budgeted amount that I keep up with and I make notes on each week how much I have available cash to spend for the week and how much I want to stay within that first week and second week, third week, and fourth week. I do have a 5th week this month, but the 5th week is a separate, it's part of the budget, but it's not part of this monthly totals that I normally have for all my categories because it falls on the 29th. And my husband does get paid that day and it's a 3rd salary check that he normally doesn't get. So anything extra outside this budget, we'll just use that income for that and we'll just see where the numbers fall. I don't think they're going to go out of budget. I think that we're going to stay in budget for a couple reasons. One, my husband is traveling on business, so he's not home for the month of October. And because he's gone, we're not spending as much. 2, I am changing my diet and activities. And so restaurants are going to be extremely low. I am not going out to eat. I don't really want to. It doesn't make me feel good. And because I've recently been diagnosed type 2 diabetic, I really am shifting my whole lifestyle. And really focusing on myself and taking care of myself. So those are the 2 things you're going to see changes. You might see restaurant money going towards grocery households so I can buy the proper groceries I need to take care of myself and go from there. So let's flip the page back to the calendar. Here's where I track my expenses, and a lot of things happen on the 1st. And then a few things after that. It hasn't been too bad to spend it. I actually had 2 no-spend days in a row. I was literally diagnosed on the 1st of October with my diabetes. So as you're going to see, I'm only going to have a couple eating out. And one of them was for my sons here and then one for myself for other reasons. So if I slip up, it's not that big a deal. Because I'm new to this and I'm figuring it all out. So I'm going to give myself grace, but I'm also not going to use it as an excuse to do whatever I want to do. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. I'm going to go ahead and pop these pages out. I'm going to zoom you guys in and we are going to get started. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So like I said before, I run my weekly check-in from Friday to Thursday. And I do that because my husband gets paid every other Friday. And that helps me keep track of things. And every Friday is a new budget amount for all 4 categories. And this one doesn't get a budget amount. But these 4 categories get a budget amount. And I try to stay within that budget. So that's how I run my weekly check-in. I don't give myself like the entire month's amount of groceries because the cash isn't actually there. I base it on my paychecks and then on cash I actually have and then go from there. So that's how I do that. As you can see, I have 4 categories. I do color code them. I do make my own stickers. I do print my own budget sheets. These are budget sheets are in my Etsy shop and it's called Lisa's Faith Budget Plan. And I have a link in the description box below. So if you're interested in these budget sheets, calendar, each month I do a dated calendar. I'm just now getting started in creating undated calendars to carry through the months. And then some months I take down if they're not selling well. and depending on the design, and then I put new ones up. So they're based on the months, but most of these budget sheets, unless it's a calendar, they don't actually say what month it is. So if you like this design and you want to use it in October and November or for the entire fall, you're more than welcome just to reuse it over and over again for as long as you like. And yeah, so let's go ahead and kind of dive into what I have here. Pink is grocery household, restaurants is blue, miscellaneous is green, and this orangish color is gasoline. And then anything unbudgeted that I wasn't expecting or I didn't plan for, like I have right here, and I'll talk about that in a minute, is yellow. So those are my categories. Now, unbudgeted items are not included in the totals, but I do track them to see what they are and if it was something frivolous, and if I'm doing too many frivolous things, or if it's something that was necessary, I just happen to forget to, budget for it. So that kind of thing. That's what I have. I take my sticky note here. This is an Erin Condren sticky note, and that I got from their shop, and I actually have an affiliate link below. So if you've never bought Erin Condren products and you're interested in what they have, I have the Life Planner, I have the A5 Rings Agenda, and I have sticky notes and all kinds of things. So that you can click on that link for your first purchase and you get $10 off, I think, and I get $10 or some kind of compensation. I don't really know for sure. So anyways, let's go ahead and dive into this. What we have here for grocery household, I always start with grocery household, is pretty good. I did purchase more supplements and stuff that I have been reading up on that are supposed to help with specific ailments that I have that are along the lines with my type 2 diabetes. I have foot pain, and there's some supplements that were recommended. So I did purchase that through Amazon. They were supposed to be here today. They didn't get here today. So hopefully they'll get here tomorrow. But that's okay. Let's see. What does this say? Amazon Boys B-Day. I'm not sure what that was. So the first thing I bought here, oh, I know what this is. Okay, so my kids take melatonin at night before bed, and I'm having a hard time finding the 3 milligram melatonin little pills, and they don't like the strawberry flavored one. So I just went on Amazon and looked for it, and they had it there. And so a big bottle of that was $9.53. Now it's grocery household because I include supplements in my grocery household. If I'm at the grocery store and I can purchase it there, or if I buy it on Amazon and I typically would normally buy it in a grocery store, then that's the category I put it in. PayPal. Oh, well, I don't want to go PayPal because I'm not ready to do miscellaneous yet. So Amazon, $9.53. I'll check that off. Walmart, this was the big grocery run for the first week and a half. $132.66. It was cereals and meats and other supplies and some paper products and all the things. So there's that. No groceries here. And then I have a grocery here at Food Lion. Picked up some snacks and stuff for $29.64. And then I have here Walmart for $89.75. A lot of this had medical stuff with like lotions and stuff, and just odds and end things that would cost $10 or $15. That products I'm trying out and taking a look at for myself with extra dry hands and feet and all the things. So there's that. I was just thinking though, I know I said vitamins and supplements I normally take out of grocery household, and I think I did this on purpose. I just don't remember anymore. I do have baby items. There was 3 baby items. It was probably about $25. And then vitamins and a whole slew of vitamins, supplements. And I did put it under miscellaneous. And I think I did that because it had the most amount of money, and I didn't want to run out of grocery money. So when you're doing your budget and when you're doing your weekly check-ins, or when you're doing your spending, those are things that you can do to make sure you stay within budget. If you know your groceries isn't going to be enough to handle it and you use a different category, it's fine. It doesn't have to really be that category that it's supposed to be under. You can make it go negative if you want, or you can use it in another category, which is what I did here. So I'll go over that in just a minute. But the next thing I have, oops, I forgot to check these off. All right, I'm not checking off today, which is the 8th, because this is next week's check-in. So I always do my check-in Friday, the Friday, and then the Thursday. That's the 7 days. So this is where my cutoff is. This will go as part of the next week, next budget. So let's go ahead. Oh, I'm not prepared. I forgot my calculator. And get this done and total up these items. So right now I have $9.53 plus $132.66 plus $29.64 plus $89.75. Here we go. So I have $259.58. And I want to double check that because I don't think that is right. 953, 29.64. And maybe I have it wrong here. Let me try it again. 953, 132.66 plus 29.64, 89.75. Okay, I thought that number was wrong. I must have hit the buttons wrong. That happens a lot with me. So I have actually $261.58. That is what I spent, and that is what my notes say. I like having my notes and stuff off the side and kind of doing this off camera so that when I go to do it on camera, I know my actual numbers and I'm not really messing things up for you guys. All right, so that is grocery household. Restaurants are going to be easy. I only have 2. The first one was for my sons. They got pizza on like they do every Friday. It was $26.24. And then over here, I did really, really good until this day here, and that was going to be $8.55. I was at McDonald's. The reason I ate McDonald's that night was because I thought my husband was flying home from where he was on business, and he told me to meet him somewhere, and it was dinner time when I was there, and I needed to eat, and the only thing close by was McDonald's. So there you go. I did have chicken nuggets and a meal and stuff. I did not drink a soda. I did drink like one of the fruit drinks, but I don't think it was healthy either, so it was not good. But I survived the night, and I'm taking my medication, so we're good there. Restaurants, $26.24 plus the $8.55, and that gives us $34. And I swear I'm not pushing the right buttons. $26.24 plus $8.55. Okay, I have $38 and some change. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong thing here. Restaurants. Oh, there it is. $34.79. So I did have the right number. Whew. If I could read my notes correctly, I wouldn't have done that. All right, so the next thing I have is miscellaneous. And miscellaneous is in green. And so I bought some digital graphics for the November and December budget sheets. And that is what these purchases are. $7.50 here, and then $2.50 here. Just some digital stuff. Let's see. Then my son got a haircut, $20. And I forgot to mark McDonald's. All right, Amazon. So I did put my Amazon on over here because I only gave myself $300 here. So I didn't really want to go over. So I put it in miscellaneous. And part of what I got from Amazon is miscellaneous, probably $20, $25 of it. The rest of it was vitamins and supplements. I bought a little sippy cups for my little niece. She's like adopted. We've kind of adopted the family. We're all really close. And but she is so sweet. I got our sippy cup, and then they have these new things that are like teethers that you can put fruit in, and they're like, she gnaws on it and you put frozen fruit in there, and then the coldness of the fruit actually, you know, helps with the teething because they're not as swollen, and reduces the inflammation and the pain. But she's getting fruit and she loves it. And I thought it was the neatest invention ever. I was like, where was that when my kids were little? And so I bought some of those to have around the house, so when she is over, if she needs it, I can use that. Amazon was $90.67. So there's that. And let's see, what else do I have? And that's all I have for miscellaneous. And so let's go ahead and total this up real quick. There we go. So that was $120 and, oops, 67 cents. That's funny. There was no change except for the Amazon purchase. All right, there's that. So miscellaneous, and then gas. I did purchase gas, which was $62.18, and then unbudgeted. Get the gas. That's the only place on here that I had gas. My vehicle needed it, so I bought it. And then I noticed today that we're going from $2.99 a gallon to $3.09 or $3.05 or something like that. I was like, oh my goodness. So I'm gonna have to beef up my gas once my husband, especially when my husband gets back. Definitely at least $50, maybe even $75. I'm not sure, because our vehicles go through gas. All right, unbudgeted, I have $31. This was a office visit with my allergist, which, good news, the allergy shots I've been doing for 4 years is working. So I'm very excited about that. The only thing left, I'm pretty much not allergic to the trees. At first, when I took the test, I said I was allergic to all trees, all grass, molds, and all the stuff. And now the only thing left that still needs worked on is the grass. So when they do the serum again, they're going to tweak it to where it works, hopefully to help me with my grass allergy as best as possible. And then decide if I graduate and move on without having to have the shots. I don't know. So we'll have to wait and see. So I'm very excited about that because shots are not my favorite. So anyways, let's go ahead and take this. And I always do this first before I flip over and do the actual sheet, because I want to make sure that I'm not flipping back and forth while I'm on camera with you guys. That annoys me when I watch it in other videos. So I don't do that in mine. So I've already set mine up as far as my 5 categories. I have not set up the budget amount, and I need to take a sneak peek over here at my budget planner. Pop this page in real quick. Where I have that, my weekly check-in on the other side. Actually, I'm just going to put this down. There we go. And where I have everything scaled out. So here's what I have. I have my week 1, and these are the budget amounts for week 1. And so what I need to do is put those amounts right here. So that's what we're going to do. Budget amount for week 1 is $300 for grocery household. I'm trying to get my paper straight. There we go. And actually, before I do that, let me do some adjustment. I'll be right back. So you may not be able to tell, but I've kind of angled my sheet, but I angled my camera as well so that if you can see it straight and I can write at an angle. So the first thing we have is grocery household. The budget was $300, and I definitely stayed below that. I don't think I went over budget anywhere in this, so this is really good to start this month, because last month I was over budget and everything all month long. It was ridiculous. And yeah, I don't want to do that anymore. $261.58 is what I spent. And then the next budget amount is $163. Now last month I divided everything evenly, and this month I decided to give no change and round up. for 1 week and round down for the next week. So it's a still same amount of cash. It's just basically I'm not dealing with change in here, which I'm fine with. I don't actually pull cash out to do this. I do everything electronically when I buy my groceries, when I buy all these things. But if you are a cash budgeter or a cash spender, these are the cash envelopes I would be using if I did cash. And because these are all my spending categories. So yeah, this is really a good way of kind of running your budget and seeing where you're at and keeping within the bumpers or the guardrails of your spending so that you don't overspend. Cash works very well with this, and this is a good way of doing a weekly check-in on your cash and see where you're spending and all the things. So that I love this sheet. This is so versatile. Restaurants 163 was the budget, and I did not spend a whole lot, mainly because my husband's out of town and I got diagnosed. So $34.79. I'm kind of afraid to go out to eat right now until I can see where my diabetes is at and where it's going. Miscellaneous, I budget myself $138. And I only spent, well, not only, but I spent $120.67. And that's how I did not go over, is I took that $90 and did not put it in grocery household. I did put in miscellaneous. So that keeps it, I still used it, but I used it for other reasons. So yeah, $63. There we go, is what I gave my budget for, and I needed $62.18. And that worked very well. Now I budget 0 for unbudgeted. And I put these parentheses around just to remind me that I'm not including it with the rest of these numbers. It's just a way of separating it. So $31 for unbudgeted. And what it was an office visit for my allergist. I didn't budget going to a second visit with my allergist. I went this past Thursday and the previous Thursday. So office visits are $31 for me. That's my copay. So yeah, that's that. Let's go ahead and total up these two columns. Okay, that's that. So let's go ahead and total up these two columns and then find out our balances going across the totals here and the balance here and see where we're at going into week 2. Now keep in mind, week 1 and week 2 are the same paycheck period. So this is cash, physical, in hand, in the bank. If you're doing cash envelopes, you would already have this cash pulled out. If you're using your bank, which is what I do, this is the earmarked money for your spending categories that you don't want to spend that money outside of bills or anything like that. Because what I do is I budget my bills first, take my spending categories, kind of line item them in my budget so that I know I can afford the budgeted amount for these spending categories. So yeah, I can't think straight today. I'm so sorry. Let's go ahead and pull up here. We're going to total the budgeted amount, which was 300 plus 163 plus 138 plus 63, and that gives us $664. And then spent, so 261.58 plus the 34.79 plus 120.67 plus 62.18, and I don't include this, so that gave us $479.22. And there we go. I'm looking at my notes over here and make sure that I am on track. Yep, that's right. So now I'm going to go across and I'm going to take the budget amount and subtract and see what the balance is. And I'm going to carry it over to week 2. I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'm going to do that. And sometimes I try and I want to take whatever these balance left over out and give myself the cash to put into savings. But this month, my husband, when he travels on business, he gets overtime. So we're going to use the overtime this month. But if you were doing cash and you closed out your week and you had cash left over, you have the option of using it in the next week and including it on top of the budget you normally have, or you can save whatever this is left over and start fresh with a new week and new budget, which is a good way of funding cash envelopes for savings. If you're doing the 100 cash envelope challenge, which is a fun challenge. I haven't really got into it too much yet because I don't deal with a lot of cash, but I do enjoy the idea of it. I even created budget sheets where you can purchase in my shop, and I'll just show this real quick. I have this in my shop where you can color in your cash envelopes, and then I also have this number page that you can print and cut the numbers out for yourself. So that is really cool. I love that. That's actually my newest popular budget sheet right now, which is really fun to watch. So if you're looking for something like that, I have that in my shop. But back to this. Let's do the math on this. 300 minus 261.58, and that gives us $38.12. I'm sorry, I don't know where I got the 12. Whew. I don't drink, I promise. I think I'm just tired. 42 cents. There we go. I was close. 163 minus the 34.79. So that obviously gives me a lot of wiggle room. If I don't have enough in groceries for week 2, I will just use this amount and fund the groceries from the restaurants. We'll see. I know I'm not going to use all of that money because my husband's not here and it's just me, and I still budgeted the exact same amount if he was home, as a way to have a buffer in my checking account and kind of savings. So that's what I'm doing with this, kinda. Or if I'm figuring out new groceries for myself, new recipes, and it was going to add a little more to my groceries, this is a good way of looking at it and going, oh, I have this restaurant category. I can use that cash instead of going out to eat and discovering what's going to work. So there's that. And then 138 minus 120.67, and that gives us $17.33. And then $63 minus the 62.18, and that gives us 82 cents. And every penny counts. Woohoo! There we go. And then I'm not going to count that. So let's just do the simple numbers. We're going to get the 664 minus the 479.22, and it gives me 184.78. So I'm going to be brave and go ahead and write this number down, 184.78, and then we're going to go down and see what this total is. So 38.42 plus the 128.21 plus the 17.33 plus the 82 cents. All right, got the same number. Check and check. So that is good. Now the next thing I do is set up for the next week. And what I'm going to do for the next week is I'm going to take the amounts that I have here in my notebook. I gotta find the page again. Let's see here. There we go. And I'm going to take week 2. And I'm going to take these totals for the 8th through the 14th, week 2, and I'm going to add the $200 to this balance here, and it's all the way down. I'm going to add these numbers all the way down and get the new balance, and that is going to be the available cash. Whoops, sorry. Hitting the camera and stuff over here. That's going to be the available budget for week 2 to what we can spend. And like I said, I want to keep it in a buffer in my checking account if I need it, anything extra, instead of taking and closing it out and putting to savings or anything. But I do want to start doing that when my husband isn't getting overtime money and getting a lot of savings out of our budget here. So we'll see what happens, especially since I'm trying to reduce the restaurants and not eating out as much. Grocery household, I have $200, And this is an easy math, is what I budget. And I still had $38.42 left over, so it's going to be $238.42. Restaurants, I have $128.21, and I'm going to add $162. And that's going to give me $290.21. And if I'm not using it for restaurants, I'm using it for groceries, for new recipes and food and stuff like that. I am also currently not doing HelloFresh, mainly because my husband's gone right now, and those kits are meant for 2 people, 4 people, 6 people kind of thing, and it's too much food, so I'm not using it right now. I actually canceled it for now. I can always activate it again if I want to, but I don't think so now that I have this going on in my life. So we're going to take care of that, so I can come up with new recipes on my own and figure out what to do. But I am thankful for HelloFresh. It did teach me how to strategically cook and time things to where everything's hot at the end. I couldn't do that before. It was so weird. But that's just who I was. So miscellaneous. $17.33 is what I had left over. And I'm going to add $137. And so that's going to be $154.33. And then gasoline only had 82 cents. And I'm going to add $62. So now I have $62.82. Yep. All right, so now I'm going to do 0 here because I don't budget anything for this. And then I'm going to add from the bottom up since that number's already there. I'm going to add $154.33 plus $290.21 plus $238.42, and that gives me a total of $745.78. And I think I did something wrong because it's $1 off. Oh, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. It's right. It's right. I'm $1 off in my notes, and I forgot to change the total. So $745.78 is my total. That is my budget I can work with next week for all 4 categories combined. Anything I don't spend, obviously, is going to be the buffer, the checking account, and then paycheck 2 will have week 3 and week 4 included in it. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now. So let me go ahead and zoom out. We'll close out this video, and I will be right back. Okay, guys, that's it. That is my weekly check-in. That is my budget. Things are looking good. It's a slow month. It's going to be a recovery month as far as I'm concerned, because of the September and August and even part of July was very spendy, but it was the summer, it was vacation, it was fun, it was what we did. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel. It does help my algorithm. And if you would like to share this with a friend, refer me or whatever, who's interested in budgeting, please share that link, the link to the video. And yeah, I'm excited for all the new things to come this fall and this winter and Christmas as things move forward in our lives. And yeah, that's what I have for you today. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you have an amazing and blessed day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.